Well, good morning, everyone, team. Let's start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly. So, in yesterday's session, team, we were talking about our grades in the system team, right? So we completed with our departments in the system. I mean to say business unit, then business unit set assignment, the departments. Trees, I told you, we will talk them together along with positions team. So in yesterday's session, we completed with our business unit set assignments, departments, right team? And then I have an introduction to the concept of grades in the system team. Okay, what are grades in the Fusion application team? For what purpose we have them in the system? And while we're talking about the grades, what are the concepts that we have within the grades that I have explained you theoretically, team? Now let us configure them in the system. So in order to define the grades team, we have a task available called manage grades. So within grades, as I told you, grades, grade rates, and grade ladders. We have three tasks within the system team. Correct? So, in order to define the grades team, the very first task we have something called manage grades. So, go to the system. So, team, our demo instance got refreshed. So, I have taken the new one today. We will be sharing it over the community. So go to setup and maintenance team and then search with a task called manage grades under workforce deployment. You search with manage grades. Okay, grades. So come to manage grades team and then go to manage grades. So if you come to manage grades, here you can define team. Click on create. You will land upon create grades in the system team. So once you land upon create grade, we can define. See, these things we can ignore team. Wherever you see anything legislative, country specific extra, please ignore. We won't be capturing anywhere in any of the screens team. So here you can define your grades team here. So someone changed this defaulting at the enterprise level. This concept we know, right? So I'm going with 1951 January 1st. Okay. Then team, I don't have any grade set in the system as of now because it's a new environment I have taken up team. We don't have anything by name Tata. So let me use the common set that which Oracle delivered as of now team. Okay. Under common set only I will define team. So whatever the grade set that we map it to the BU, if you create your grades under that set, these all grades will map it to that BU. But as of now in this demo instance team, because it's a new one, just 5 minutes back, I have taken it from Oracle thing. So I don't have all the reference data sets and all team. So existing common set I'm using. That's okay because we know how the concept of sets working. So let me go with team Tata grade A. Okay. Then the code concept that we all know, name, reference data set, code, status active, then team, action, reason, this concept we all know team. Create grade is action. For that, whatever the reasons you list out, if you want, you can give that. Then context. What is this team? Flex field, context sensitive flex field team. So on this grades creation screen, the DFF section available under that context value field, that is team. There are any attachments if you want to upload, you can do that team. Then go to next tab. See, yesterday I was telling you team, whenever we configuring the grades, does your client maintaining straightforward grades in the system or are they having steps within them? So grades with the steps means what I told you team. Within each grade, if your client maintaining any steps within that team, then you have to create the grades with the steps team. So for steps, we don't have any separate individual task team. While you configuring the grades only, in the second step, second tab, see, grade A I'm configuring team. If I go to next tab, you will land upon team grade steps. I will land upon team, grade steps. So this is here optional setup. Whether your client maintaining that or not. If your client maintaining steps, then you create. If it is straightforward grade stream like A, B, C, D, E like that, then the second step you can ignore and you can proceed to the third step team, third tab. But if your client maintains any steps within each grade team, okay, so they can you click on grade steps, add row, and you can define team A1. Then one more, add row A2, okay. Then one more, A3, A4, whatever you have team, the grades you can define team. So as I told you, there is no limitation. Only 3 steps under each grade we have to define. Example, I have taken like that. It could be any number of steps that your client maintaining in each grade team. So what is ceiling step team here? What is ceiling step team? So in every, for example, team, today employee Suresh hired in the organization team. Okay, yesterday or today, whatever it is team. So E3 we hired team. So once Suresh promotes, he will move to what? E2 I told you. Then E1. So this is the ceiling step in this E team. There is nothing above E1. So E3, E2, E1, ceiling for that great team. Next, D3, D2, D1. This is ceiling. Then C3, C2, C1. This is ceiling. So team, okay. Just a second. So while you configuring the grade stream, what is the maximum step in that? So that we will keep as ceiling step team. So within that grade, that is the maximum step that which employee can climb. That is what ceiling we have to give team. So grade and grade steps. Then team, third tab, we have grade rates. So I told you no, for every grade, we have to define the grade rates in the system team. For every grade, we have to maintain the grade rates in the system. One second. Sorry, team, just I'm back. So for every grade I told you yesterday, team, we have to define the grade rates in the system, correct? The salary rates team, the ranges, minimum, maximum, and all team. So while you configuring the grade itself in the third tab, we can define the grade rates for our grade team. Say for grade A. So you have to choose your LDG team because whenever any salary related things are coming up team, LDG we have to map. So whatever the LDG that we map it to our legal entity that we will give here team, then grade rates team, create new rate. If any existing, because for grade rate team, we have a separate task also. First create the grade or first create the rates, then create the grade and assign them. That also possible team. Add existing rate means that if you want to create here then and there itself team, while you're creating the grade rate, we can come create new rate. Then you can give team Tata grade A salary rate something I can give team. Okay, salary rate something I can give team. So I'm creating the grade rate for rate type salary team. We have overtime bonus also. These things we will handle separately in the compensation module team. But payroll, when it constant, we have to go with salary because we are configuring the grades in payroll with respective to salary validations team. So rate type, we have to give as salary, frequency annually, because while you are configuring the grade rate now, what values you are going to maintain for that rate team. Monthly values these are or yearly values team. You can choose accordingly. If I go with frequency as calendar month team, okay. Frequency as monthly team. This factor will become 12 automatically. See, monthly if I go, it will become 12. Means yearly 12 months. If I go with annually, it will become 1. Means what team? Yearly that is. So while you configuring the rates, The minimum maximum ranges what you are mentioning, are they are yearly salaries or monthly values you want to maintain? I want to maintain yearly ranges team, yearly salary. So frequency you have to keep annually. Currency INR, because under Indian legislative data group I am defining this. Then team action reason for create grade rate, whatever the reasons available in the system that we can use team. Click on OK. Then here team, you have the option C, minimum, maximum, midpoint. So team for grade A, let's say I have 75 lakhs to 5 CR team. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Maximum 5 CR. Okay. Then midpoint. Midpoint means what team? Minimum plus maximum divided by 2. That is midpoint team. Value means what team? If my client not going with any ranges like this, minimum or maximum, fixed rates my client going up. Kumar, if I'm hiring an employee in grade A, it is 75 lakhs package for him. If grade B, then it is 50 lakhs package. Grade C, it is 20 lakhs package. Fixed, then you go with value team. But if you want minimum to maximum, then you have the ranges to specify team. So whenever you configuring the grades in the system, grade you can define, grade step you can define, and grade rates also you can define here accordingly team. So click on next, you will land up on review page, and then you can able to check out whatever you configured all the details here team, and then click on submit button. Like this team, whatever the grades that our client using, okay, all the grades we have to define in the system team. See, Tata grade A, this is mine team. Then one more, Tata grade B, okay, Tata grade B. Tata grade B. Then steps for this one team. B3, okay. Then again team, for grade B, the salary rate team. Click on create new rate. Grade B salary rate. Okay. Then click on OK. What is the rate team? 25 lakhs to 75 lakhs for this one. Okay. See, I'm giving some exaggerated figures here, but in reality, whatever is your client requirement, you have to configure. Then midpoint will automatically calculate it. Next. Okay. Submit. Then grade C. Grade C. Okay. So you can define each and every grade in the system accordingly, team. Next. Then grade steps. C1, C2, and C3. Okay. Then for this also rate you can define team. Whatever is the grade rate. Salary rate. Okay. Then what is the range team? 15 lakhs to 25 lakhs we have team. So 15 to 25. Okay. Like this team, each and every grade that your client having in their system, in their business requirement, we have to configure it accordingly team. See, all my grades, Tata grade A, B, C, D, E, whatever going forward team, all the grades. So what we completed so far team, grades and their steps and rates also we defined team. Then after that team, we have grade ladder. So as I told you yesterday, in order to maintain the hierarchy within the grades, we are defining A, B, C, D, E, F. But where we are mentioning in the system team, what is top grade, what is followed by, what is next followed by, and what is the niche or the entry level grade in the system team, which is coming after which ladder we have to configure team. That is what team. Grade. Grade rate within the grade only we have to provision to define, or else separately also you can define and tag to the grade team. Then we have team ladder. So come to the system, done, then search with the team grade ladder. Okay, go to grade ladder. So come to manage grade ladder team, and here you can build your ladder in the system. Come to create grade ladder. Okay, come to create grade ladder. Click on plus icon and then you came here team. Then effective start date you can give 1951 0101. Okay. Then under the same set you have to be providing team. In the same set you have to be providing team. Then name of that ladder you can give team Tata grade ladder, something I am giving here. Then grade type. So whenever you creating the grade ladder in the system team, whenever you creating the grade ladder in the system team, okay, here system will ask you grade type is what, whether it is just grades or steps. Ladder we are going to build. What type of grades that you configured in this ladder you are going to add team. So my configuration constraints team grade with steps. Okay. I am not going with only grades. I have grades with steps team. So I'm coming to grades with steps here team. Grade type. If you have created only just a grades team, then choose the first option. As such, you have steps, then you are going with grades with steps team. Then status active. Then action reason team. See, create grade ladder is the action. For that, whatever the reason. And this is, see, on every page, we have these three things team. So context value on this page, any DFF, if you're defining context value field, this is action reason, attachments. Now go to the next tab team, second tab. So here we are going to build our ladder. On the left hand side team, we have the ladder team. So here we are going to arrange each grade in the hierarchical way team. You can search your grades, whatever we configured team. When we search, all of them will result here. Give me a search. Okay, give me a search. You will be looking at here. See A, B, C. So my top grade is what team in my hierarchy? Grade A is my top grade. Select grade A, click on add to grade ladder. See team, my ladder will start building. So this is at the top. Now under A, I have B. Okay. Under A, I have B team. Now select B. Click on add to grade ladder. Now system will ask me team, this grade B, you want to place at the top of A or after A team, where you want to keep team grade B? I want to keep after. Under A, I want B team. So select after grade. Click on OK. Now B will come and sit under A team. Click on OK. B. Then C. Okay. Click on add to grade ladder. I want this to be placed Tata grade B after Tata grade B. Now C will come sit under B team. Click on OK. C. So like this, you might have 5, 10, 20 grades team. Build a ladder. So 1, 2, 3, the ladder team, top to bottom. So C is the niche, then above is B, then top level is A. So like this team, all the grades, we have to define them within the ladder team. So this is very important step. Without that system, don't know what is the topmost grade in your company team and what is the niche or the entry level. The hierarchy within the grades we will maintain in the ladder team. So this is how team you will be defining your grade ladder in the system. Then next, when you go to the next button team, third tab, we have rate values. So yesterday someone was asking me, Kumar, you are maintaining the grade rates for the entire grade, Kumar, 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, 5 lakhs to 50, entire grade. For individual steps, can I maintain separate rates? I told yes, team. So here you have the provision team. While you configuring the ladder, for grade steps, for individual step, you can maintain a separate rate, but we have a limitation. You cannot define like minimum, maximum team, only fixed values you can maintain. See, So step rates, if you want to define team. Legislation, I will choose here, Indian legislation, step rates. Now when I click on add row team, all grades in this ladder, their steps will come. See, under A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, C1, C2, C3. So I'm defining team Tata grade step rates. Okay. These all things by default will come. Now see team, you have to define for each step, whatever is the salary breakup team. For let's say I have for this 5 lakhs or 10 lakhs, 50 lakhs, whatever it is team. Minimum maximum we don't have. Fixed rates we can maintain team. So at the grade ladder level, we have the provision to maintain step level rates team. But usually clients will go with directly grade rates only. For each grade, they will maintain minimum to maximum ranges team. If already we defined that. So at the grade ladder level, it's an optional team. But if you define this team, this will override the previous grade level rates what you defined team. So only fixed values you have for each step within that grade. If any value you have team, you can go with that team. If not, already at the grade level you maintain that you can go ahead with that team. Here it's not mandatory. Click on next team. Okay. Review screen and submit. So this is how in the system we will be configuring our grades, grade rates and grade ladder in the system team. Grade, grade rates and grade ladder in the system team. Next, what we have team. Okay, the left out concepts we have are jobs and positions team. Now see here, the entire work structure we define team. Okay, the entire work structure we define, org structure we define team here. Enterprise divisions, legal entity departments, we completed team. Then within work structures also, locations, grades, departments we completed. Only jobs and positions are left out team. They are the concept. Now let us discuss them team. What are jobs and positions? An important 5-star marked interview question. When you go for interviews team, definitely you might expect a question. What is the difference between job and position team? Basic but mandatory question in the system in the interviews team. So let us understand what are jobs and positions in the Fusion application team. Okay. Okay. Let me go to the Excel and let me explain you team. We have something called jobs and positions team. See, both are designations, you can call it team. Both are designations, the titles. Okay. Both are designations or the titles team. I mean to say, whenever you hiring any employee, you have to hire him with a particular designation, title. And if you people are working in any organization's team, you will also be having certain job description, sorry, job titles, right team? Associate, engineer, trainee, analyst, consultant, recruiter, different designations, test engineer, like jobs and positions in the Fusion system are nothing but team, the designations or the titles that which we provide to the employees. So team, client will give us in their company, what are the designations that they are using for assigning to all the employees team. The list of the designations client will give to us team. But in Fusion system, we have two concepts. How we have person number, worker number, two concepts while we hiring the employee, I told team. While we hiring the employee team, we also have these two concepts called jobs and positions team. So let me explain you what is that. See, jobs are generic in nature team. Jobs are generic in nature team. Whereas positions are specific to the jobs. The main fundamental difference will lies here only team. Jobs are generic in nature, whereas positions are specific to the job. Jobs are mapped to BU via reference data sets. Jobs mapped via RDS, but positions We don't have RDS team. Positions directly mapped to BU. Then team, we don't have synchronization concept team. We don't have synchronization concept team. But in positions team, we have synchronization concept. Position synchronization, explain now that one. Then team, jobs are mandatory in the system. Positions are optional in the system. If I have to give more differences also, we have team. Budgeting concept we have in positions, we don't have here. Like that, we have few more also team. But the major fundamental difference between jobs and positions are this team. Jobs are generic in nature, whereas positions are specific to that jobs team. Means what this team? See, for example, you take a designation called a manager team. See, the title or a designation manager is a very generic title team. You go to sales department, there will be a person who working as a manager. If you go to HR department, there will be a person who working with a designation of manager. If you go to finance department, you have a person working with a manager designation. The title or a designation manager is very too generic designation team title, but positions are specific to that job. Okay, I'm hiring an employee today in the job of manager, in a managerial cadre as a manager. For what he is a manager? He is a sales manager. He is a sales manager. He is a IT manager. He is a finance manager. This is what team. Simply, if you have to understand, I mean, the simplest way, if you have to understand team, difference between job and position is this one. Manager is a job title. Position, sales manager. For what? Positions are very detailed of that particular job, specific to that job. Okay, you're hiring an employee today as a manager. For what he is manager? He is a sales manager. He is a IT manager. He is a finance manager. So they are called as positions team. If manager is a job, sales manager is a position, or IT manager is a position. Consultant is a job. Okay. Consultant, trainee, associate, engineer, okay, recruiter, etc. These all are jobs team. Then very specific to them. For what is a consultant? He is a functional consultant, or he is a technical consultant, or he is a business consultant. Training, he is a sales trainee. Okay, he is a marketing trainee. Associate, he's a associate associate consultant, associate consultant, or associate analyst. Engineer is a software engineer, or he is a systems engineer. Recruiter, he is a HR recruiter, or he is a talent acquisition recruiter. Okay, he is a talent acquisition recruiter, etc. So these are jobs and these are positions team. Clear? Jobs are very generic in nature. Positions are very specific to that jobs. So as we all know team, jobs will be mapped to business units via reference data sets team. Correct? Jobs will be mapped to business unit via reference data sets team. We have intermediary. Jobs will map to each BU via RDS. But whereas positions team, we don't have any concept of RDS. See, very important point to consider team. In an interview, wantedly interviewer will ask you, how you know? Because in my interview panels also, many times my colleague interviewers used to ask this questions team. Hey, can you tell me how to create the position set in the system? And the person will start saying that you can go to manage reference data set and you can create it. How you will define team? First of all, positions itself, we don't have reference data set concept. Understand the question properly. Don't be in the rush. Okay. Positions is one such concept which is part of workforce structures, but we don't have any reference data set concept in. Whenever we creating the position, directly we will map that to BU. It won't ask us under which position set you are creating. System will ask directly under which BU you are creating this position team. So positions, we don't have RDS concept team, but for jobs, we have RDS concept. Then team synchronization. We already covered this topic in our enterprise and legal entity configuration team. While we hiring an employee at the assignment level, the moment you give the position, all the details are getting copied, synchronized from position at the assignment level. But for jobs, we don't have that synchronization concept team. Then team, between the two concepts, if you ask me, Oracle designed the system such a way that jobs are mandatory in the system team, whereas positions are optional. See, because many of the clients will not accept both team, because why should they maintain two titles to their employees while they're hiring? My client is saying, Kumar, I don't want to maintain two designations, one as manager, one as senior manager or sales manager, one as consultant, one as functional consultant. So many of the cases, team clients might not go with two things. So in that cases, Oracle made jobs as mandatory team, positions are optional. If any client don't want, they can opt out this one. They don't need to configure this team. But now you might get a question, hey Kumar, positions are optional, you are telling, but in many companies, the designation, the naming conventions of the designations, titles will be like this only, sales manager, functional. See, if you ask me as a concept wise, the difference between jobs and positions are this thing. But in reality, what happening, in fact, for many clients, I have also done in the same way. Jobs clients will use team, positions they don't go with. But jobs only, directly they will configure with these naming conventions. Whatever the title, forget about Oracle definition of jobs and position team. If your client have the designations like this, we directly configuring them as jobs and using that in the system team. Understand? Rather than going with two title concept, two designation concept, clients going with jobs, and directly these only with these names, whatever the titles they have, they're creating them under jobs and they're using team. But if client want both, then you can enable and use both team. So that is about team, jobs and positions differentiation and their importance in the system team. So when we are in the real-time projects, we have to check with the client team. Client will provide all the list of different designations across different departments, what they are using in their company. Then team, we have to proceed with the configurations. If you want to define the jobs team, we have a task name called manage job. Okay. So go to the system, click on setup and maintenance, done. Okay. Under workforce deployment team, you can search with a task called manage job. Okay. Manage job. But team, before we configuring the job team, we have a concept called a job family. Let us talk about that team. Okay. Okay. What is job family concept team? Simple. Job family means team grouping of similar types of jobs under one category. See, that is quite common team. In any companies that you are working team, based upon the business functionality, the business departments team, the designation naming convention also will varies. For example, team, if you take a HR vertical in any company, HR department or HR business area, usually people working in HR department, the designations will be like what team? Recruiter, hiring specialist, then HR manager, HR trainee, talent acquisition partner, talent acquisition recruiter, training and development manager. The designations will be with these naming conventions team. Am I right or wrong? In HR department, these kind of relevant subject related designations will be there with respect to that HR business area team. If it is a finance department or a business area, the designations will be like accountant, cashier, then accounts receivable agent, payable specialist, or audit manager, chief accountant. These kind of designations will be there with respect to their business terminologies team. Make clear, right? Make sense, right? If it is a operations department, we have their respective. So from business area to business area, from different departments to departments team, different jobs with their respective terminologies, we have team. So job family is nothing but team, grouping of similar types of jobs under one category. So this is the concept we have just for information purpose team. For the reports purpose, we have this one. If you don't use it also, you can leave it team. It's not mandatory to use. It's an optional team. Grouping of similar jobs under one category, we have job family. In our ORC module also, the utilization of this job family will be there. But majorly, if you ask me, there is not a serious or an important configuration to discuss. It's an add-on, additional top-up configuration for the jobs team. So before you configuring the jobs, if you go to job family and you can define all your job family categories team, like HR job family, sales job family, finance job family, like that, based upon the business functionality wise something, you can create team. See, not necessarily every time business functionality, you can even configure based upon your business units, legal entities, that like that also team. But before you configuring the jobs, define all your job family categories team. Then whenever you configuring the jobs team, system will ask us under which family you are creating. Like that, we can group our jobs into different job categories or families team. So we have this just for information purpose and just for reporting purpose team. In the backend reports, BA reports, OTBA reports, whenever you are extracting any employee's data team, this job family as a filter parameter you can use team. So if you want to fetch all the employees data with respective to HR department or a business area team. So based upon the job family, if I filter accordingly, the data will fetch accordingly in the report team. So this is just for information reporting purpose we have team. Grouping of similar jobs into a category team. So before you configuring the job, go to job family, create them and keep it ready team. Click on create. So something as of now I'm going like this team. The naming convention I'm using Tata HR job family. Okay. Tata HR job family. Then code automatically will come. That's all team. Just effective start date, name, code. These all things you know. Context value, action, reason, status, attachments team. Just effective start date, name and code, submit. Submit. Just like this, we have to define our job family stream first of all. Then create. Then team. Tata sales job family. Okay. Then team. Okay. Tata finance job family. Okay. Submit. So like this team, all job families you can define in the system here like this. Come here and you can search team. So we have here, see Tata Finance, HR, sales, all other business areas also you can define team. So then when you proceed with your jobs configuration team, client will give you all the list of jobs team, whatever they're using in their business. So you will define everything in the system. Whenever you're configuring, system will ask under which family. Like that, you can group accordingly team. So to configure the jobs team, we have a task available called manage jobs. What is that team? We have a task available called manage jobs. So come here team, click on create. You will land upon create job team. And we have different tabs coming up. Everything is not required. Whatever is required, we will be covering that team. Create job. So basic details, we have team effective start date. Let me go with 1951-01-01 team. Okay. 1951-01-01 team. Then team. Just a second, team. Just a second. Yeah. Sorry, team. So we'll be creating a job team, effective start date, then obviously job set team, whatever the job set that we define that we can use. As of now, I'm using common set, but in general, whatever the reference data set that we map to our BU, under that we have to create all our jobs team. So as of now, because as it's a new environment we received, I don't have any backup of them. So just using existing common set to create team. But while you practicing, exactly you create under your reference data sets, what you map it to your BU team. Then action reason. Okay, for create job action, whatever the reasons we listed out, actions and action reasons team that you can map here. Then name. So let's, as of now to understand team, I'm giving it as Tata manager. But in reality, whatever is your client designations exactly with that naming convention only, we have to define team. Okay. So I'm defining as Tata manager. Then the code team, this code generation also will come from here team. Now it is manual. As a implementation consultant, I can feed whatever I want team. But why this is open here? I have already covered this in the enterprise session team. If I come to setup and maintenance, go to our enterprise configuration screen team, manage enterprise HCM information, manage enterprise HCM information. Okay. So here team in the enterprise level, if you scroll down, someone hard coded 1952. That is why on all screens, effective start date by default coming with this. That's okay. And then team job code generation method, nothing settled up, either manual or if it is blank, by default it will take as a manual team. Here, if I go with job code generation method with automatic or something, then here team, the code would have come as automatic. So at the enterprise level, we have all these controls team, how you want them. So as of now, some random I'm giving, or let's say, just I'll go with the code with like this team. Okay, Tata manager is a job, and that is the code we are going with team. Then click on next. You will land upon details tab. So here, see, many unnecessary attributes will be there, team. But whatever is relevant, whatever is required to capture in every project, that we will see, team. Okay. Because legislative info in location screen, in department screen, in grade screen, now in job screen. Whatever you see, team, that is not at all required, please ignore. Legislative, country specific, additional tabs. We will never work on these things in real-time projects team. You can just ignore them. These are not required. Okay. So in the job details page, only these things we have to focus on team. And then the two valid grades again. So these things are not required team. So what we are going to configure here team in the jobs, status, active, then full, these all are lookups team. These all are lookups team. If you go to manage job lookup screen, full-time, part-time, regular or temporary, then just before 5 minutes, we define job family. Now I'm creating manager job. That is part of which family system asking team. So just before we define 5 minutes back, click on the drop down, search Tata. See, so let's say under Tata HR job family or sales job family, I'm defining that team. See, so whatever the jobs that I grouped under this family, they will be mapped into that family team. So like this, whenever you creating the jobs in the system will ask us under which job family you are creating that job, like that team. So here we will be mapping the job family details to the job team. So like that, all jobs will get grouped into different families accordingly in the system team. Then these all are optional, to be frank. Job function level, management level, lookups team. Additional fields we have. Either you give or not doesn't have any impact, because at the front end at the employee level, you will not capture any of these things team. See this SRH job entry. This is something DFF team, like you and me, someone defined here. SRH job entry date on this page. So you can ignore that. In real-time environments of the client, you won't be finding team. So here you have to capture these details. These all are again lookups team. Either you give or not doesn't have any impact, just with which management level this particular job you are creating. Job function, again, business functionalities, we can see team. Yes, you give or not, just for information. Huh? Then team, medical checkup required. See, in some of the companies team, if your client is a pharmaceutical company, or if your client is from a mining background, people who are working there, they have to undergo some medical checkups team. So if any employee that you are hiring in this designation team, does they require any medical checkup or not, you can set up team. And then team, benchmark and progression job concept. What is this thing? Benchmark and progression job means, if I keep my cursor over there, what is that thing? Benchmark means represent other jobs in reports and salary surveys. See, represents other jobs in reports and salary surveys. Benchmarking means what, team? Out of the list of jobs that what client given, let's say client given you some 100 150 job designations that they are using in their business, we have to create all of them team. Because why we configuring all these things? Once we hand over the system, whenever HR is hiring the employees team, we should require all these titles, everything at the employee level to capture to the employee team, correct? So let's assume team um, whenever employee, okay, let's assume team, whenever client given you, not employee team, whenever client given you all the list of jobs they're using team, let's say 100 150 200 or 300 job designation titles they're using in the business team. Among all of them, there will be one topmost in the company team, something like chairman, director, topmost. So usually team, that is a benchmark job team. That is the benchmark job. Benchmark job means what, team? The topmost job in the entire hierarchy team. Remaining all will come under that team. So what is that benchmark job that you can give team? So in the backend reports also, when you're extracting team, if you use this as a parameter to filter the data team, if you select the benchmark, all the jobs under that you can able to fetch in the system team. So something like that team. Benchmark job means what? We will be identifying, among all the jobs that our client having in the business, the topmost, at the top what we have, that we identify as benchmark team. So now I'm creating manager job. System questioning me, does this is a benchmark job by itself? So usually the top jobs, chairman, CEOs, when we're defining that, we will select as benchmark team. The other one will go. And remaining jobs, whenever I configure, this job I can use as a benchmark for them. Okay. So how team like this? Usually it will be no. Now I'm creating manager. Already in the system under this set, if I define any other jobs team, then I can select them here, search. If any benchmark jobs are there team, if I give a search, they all will come here. But as of now in this demo instance, we don't have any data team. It's not coming. So usually you can select team. Oh, what is a benchmark job? Manager, I'm configuring now. For my manager, let's say priorly a defined chairman team that I'm adding as a benchmark here. Let's assume as of now I don't have that, but benchmarking means that one team. So all jobs, whenever you configuring in the system, you will make that chairman or whatever as a benchmark job for everyone, every job as a benchmark team for that. Okay. I mean to say, whenever we configure any job in the system, I will make the chairman as a benchmark for all of them teams. The topmost, this is also for reports purpose only team. There is nothing reality, the usage of this particular concept of benchmarking. See, if I keep my cursor, what is the usage of that? Represents other jobs in reports and salary purpose team. Usually, we identify one top job among all the list of jobs client provided team. Top job means the highest designation team. For remaining all jobs in the system while we configuring, we will tag that as a benchmark. So whenever in the reports in the backend, like our job families team, BI reports, OTBI reports, or HCM extracts, if you are extracting any employees data in the system, you can use this as a parameter team. So as a filter. So if I filter with the benchmark, whatever the jobs comes under that, all employees with that job designations data can able to be fetched in the report. Just for that purpose only. There is no other utilization of benchmark concept in the system. So identifying one top job in the entire list we have team, and you have to create. When that job I am configuring, I will create that itself as a benchmark as yes team. Then remaining all jobs, whenever I am configuring, I will tag that as a benchmark. 99% clients will not use this concept in reality, but as such, we have that I'm covering that team. Benchmark is that concept, just for information concept team. Then we have team progression job. This is something really important to understand and very importantly use it team. What is progression job team? See, progression job means the immediate, okay, progression job means that immediate one level superior to this current job in the hierarchy team. See, for example, team, I'm configuring today the job called manager. So team, progression job for the manager team, I can give it as, let's say, senior manager, or let's say, for manager, I'm giving something before above, I'm giving it as specialist. Okay. Now, today I'm configuring the job as manager team. For my manager progression job, I will give as specialist team. What do you mean by progression job team? The next superior level, immediately, if an employee hiring here at this level team now, once after he gets promotion, he got promoted, immediately in his career, he will climb to what? From manager, he will promote to specialist. One level up. Progression job means what team? Just one level immediate up to this current job team. What is that job? That you have to tag as a progression job team. So for my manager, see, as well as of now, specialist I don't have, but I'm just tagging here team. So when I'm configuring the manager specialist job, if I already created that, I can search team under this common set in the system, but I don't have them. Just I'm explaining you the concept team. I'm configuring manager job. Progression job I have given as specialist team. Just one level superior next team. For example, today on April 1st, I hired an employee, Mr. Satish, in my company under this job of manager team. 1 year completed, performance appraisal, everything happened. Satish got promotion team. So HR went to Satish assignment and changing this job manager. So when HR doing promotion, when HR go to the job field and trying to change this job team, in the drop down, next job specialist will show there, not anything else team. If you are maintaining progression job, we have a strict validation that will happen in the system team. Whenever employee getting promoted, when HR initiating the promotion transaction in the system team, only this job will show in the drop down. Okay, it means team usually here we will be capturing all the employee details, the work structure information while hiring team. Or let's say if after hiring the employee, if you want to check any existing employee, you can go to person management, any employee, you can search here team and you can go. So let's suppose team, as a HR, I came to one of the employee, Mr. Mahesh in the system. Mahesh got promoted team. Currently, he is working in the job of payables manager. Let's say performance appraisal came, Mahesh succeeded with his promotion. Then HR coming team. Let's say HR coming. These are all transactions we are going to cover detailedly. Edit, update from April 1st onwards. Action, that is promotion team. Okay, promotion, continue. So promotion means what team? Obviously the job titles, everything we have to update. So whenever HR doing this to any employee, promotion, currently he is working as payables manager in this BU team. When HR click on the drop down, as of now, all jobs, whatever mapped to this BU are coming up team. But if at all, progression job concept, if you enable for your jobs while you configuring team, when I click on the drop down for this payables manager, whatever is the progression job, only that will display. So when HR initiating promotion to any employee from the current job to next what he is promoting, that we will give as progression. Benchmark means what? Not immediate superior, top of the top. One job among all we identify as benchmark. Under that, we will map everything team. That is just will be used in the reports and all team. But here, progression job we will use as part of our transaction of promotion team. Whenever HR initiating a promotion transaction to employee, the visibility of the list of jobs will be decided based upon the progression job is setting up team. Progression means if employee getting progressed, promoting, the next immediate job to which employee will promote from this job, that we can set up here too. Progression job concept is that one. Then any attachments, anything you want, you can upload team, and then team grade ladder in Fusion system. Grades, we will map it to the job team. So while you configuring the job, you can map the grade here. So in the front end, when HR hiring an employee, the moment HR chooses the job team, even the grades will come from that jobs to the employee team. So in Fusion system, the grades concept we can enable at our jobs while we configuring. Now I'm creating manager job. So if I'm hiring an employee in this job, what is the ladder that employee to be hired in? So the grade ladder, if I come, whatever we configure team, they all will search here. Tata grade ladder, right? Grade ladder. And within that ladder also team, if I scroll down, these all things are not required. Valid grades we have team, add row. Within that ladder also, we can select team, whatever the valid grades. I'm selecting team, grade C and grade B. What do you mean by this valid grades concept team? See, whenever you configuring your jobs in the system, grade ladder and valid grades, if you map, the meaning is team. In the front end, whenever HR, here team, basically, while HR hiring an employee, let me come to that hiring screen, you will understand team. Okay. My client group, HR will go to new person. For hiring a new employee, HR will come team. First two tabs are employee personal info. So let me quickly give this in. Some details I'm giving existing. Okay. Random information I'm giving. Okay. So if I go to next tab team, personal info, then third tab, employment info tab team. Here we will capture actually, we are hiring an employee in this legal employer. Then within that, in which business unit, in which position, job, grade, department. So team, I'll give my business unit here team in whatever the BU I want to hire the employee. Any existing I'm using as of now. Okay. Then team, next system will ask us team, in which position job. So here, if I have given this job details team, I'm hiring an employee in this job of Tata manager. Okay. Then when I go to ladder team, when I click on ladder, whatever the grade ladder I map to this job, HR can able to see only that ladder team. Then whenever I go to grade, in that ladder, whatever the valid grades I map to that job, okay, only that jobs HR will see. It means if you are hiring any employee in this manager job, they will be hired in this ladder. That too, either in B or C. That is the valid grades for that particular job. So team, you can maintain the grades concept at the job level team. So in the front end, whenever HR hiring an employee, the moment HR selects the job details at the assignment level, next grade ladder and grade details visibility will come from the job level team here. Okay. Okay. So that is how we'll configure the ladder and grade information team. So creating the job till this extent sufficient team. Whatever the additional legislative info, please ignore. We never work on that in any projects team. Then even third tab and fourth tab, evaluation criteria profiles. Actually team, we have a talent management module, we all know. In talent management team, we have something called profile management concept. Here, if you see my Excel sheet, when we come to talent management team, we have something called profile management. We have the two model profiles concept in that. Job profile, position profile team. So when we come to this module, I will let you know because these are not core part of core HR module. Evaluation criteria and profiles, we cannot discuss now. When we come to talent, once I complete that profiles classes, we will understand what are these profiles team. Keep this for future discussion. In core HR, they are not required. Just these things team. Okay, and submit. So like this, whatever the jobs that your client have team, all jobs we have to define. Then only client will use whenever they're hiring the employees team, they will use them for assigning to the employees. Okay. Now few of you might get a doubt. Kumar, one job almost you took 1 hour to configure. But let's say in reality, some 150, 200 jobs client given to me. How I can define that? See, it's a training. It's a training. I have to explain you every field. That's why it took this much of time. But in reality, it won't take that much time. Quickly you can define. Or even you have spreadsheet team, our data loaders, HDL spreadsheet. Usually we will rely upon that. Those part I will tell in our technical classes team. But keep in mind, we have the provision of bulk creation of jobs and positions team. So this is about team creation of jobs in the system. Next, what we have team positions in the system. So if client using them, you create it. If client is not using positions, then not required team. But this topic I will continue in tomorrow's session team. So let me go to the questions for today. A question from Amarnath. As part of department configuration, there is a legal employer that shared this department. If departments are linked to BU and BU is linked to LE, why should see technically Amar that is not required. Whatever we capturing there, associate legal employer to BU, that is a extensible flex field key. It is just for information hanging over the screen. There is nothing usage of that. The ideal mapping will be legal employer, department and BU. The same that what I explained you earlier, in the same way it will work. That is just for information. What all departments are part of, what all legal employers. Just to maintain the screen level, we have that sections Oracle given. But the actual concept will be as I explained you. Departments are mapped to BU through RDS. Okay. And these departments BU and accordingly to the legal employer as well. Okay. Any confusion there, Amar, a part of that question or anything else I have to explain to you here?
No, I think I get that, but then I have a follow-up question there. That's my next question there. So I know we are seeing there is a follow-up question there. I know we are seeing all these in pieces, especially the legal entity. We created the legal entity, we created the divisions, but we didn't link the legal entity and the divisions, right? Does that come at a later stage, or did I miss
There
it?
is nowhere actually directly linking. Later stage means whenever we configure these trees, we will be actually linking what is coming after what. We have something
Okay.
called trees. Probably tomorrow session, we are going to reach that concept. Here we will link. Your question is correct. Nowhere we are mapping one to one. But this entire loop, this entire mapping, we will do at the trees level, which is coming after which.
Okay.
Yeah. And Mehra, Kumar, can benchmark be marked for each job family, like sales family, sales head would be benchmark or something like only higher. Question is really relevant, Mehra. Absolutely correct. When I say that benchmark job, we identify one top job. For all jobs, you don't need to go to that. You might have 10 benchmarking jobs. For sales department, one benchmark. For finance department, one benchmark. You can go accordingly like that. There is nothing like only one benchmark job only you have to maintain in the company. Nothing like that. Individually, you can maintain and you can map them according to the jobs you are configuring. And what is the use of, I think that I have explained after your question, Anik, that one. And hi Kumar, without position synchronize or without opting position synchronization won't be available. Without opting position synchronization won't be on. No, Vinay, because the concept of synchronization is there only within the positions. Whenever we hiring an employee, the moment you select the position, they all will synchronize. But if I select jobs here, they won't automatically synchronize. Only for position, only in the system, we have synchronization concept. So if you are not opting that, then there is no point of synchronization here in the system. And Anik, grade type lookups are already, they're already delivered, Anik. We no need to configure anything. Only two things. Grades with steps. They by default delivers by Oracle itself. We no need to edit. Even we can't do that also. They are system defined lookups. If you want to check them, go to manage common lookup, search with grade type. Okay. Then you can find that. That will be user system defined lookup. You cannot add or delete anything from that. Okay. Well, team, I'll conclude here for today. We'll continue in tomorrow's session with our positions and org tree. Maximum 2 sessions. We will be completing our core HR module configurations team. Then more 2 to 3 sessions, we will be discussing the transactions in core HR. So maximum a week, we'll be trying to conclude the core HR team, and then we'll start with our absence module like that. Okay. So in this week, by end of this week, maximum whatever we complete team in core HR, I will give you one full set of assignment for core HR module, end to end, the requirement to you, the entire organization requirement, work structure requirement, and I will give you different test case scenarios team where you can able to practice them in the system. So if you really configure that requirement and if you practice all the transactional test cases I given to you, core HR will become very easy to handle team. So I'll share that once I complete the transactions also in the system team. Okay. So I'll conclude here for today. Let's join back tomorrow and we'll continue team. Thank you everyone.